Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I know it seems to be a bit of time between videos, but we have been doing a major cleaning of this house now that, my middle set of kids have moved out. We have gone through closets and drawers and you name it. And I think we've finally gone through the last of it. Maybe. Of course, I could be wrong. But I wanted to share with you some things that I found, and I got some Happy Mail today from my special crafty sister, Kathy Dunahee, lives in Dane, Wisconsin. And I already took it out of the box because I'm not sure where you guys live, but here in southeastern North Carolina, we have been inundated with rain. And it's hard. But the box got wet, so I had to take everything out. What was in it was fine. It was just the outer part of the box. We were able to get to it in time. But I wanted to share with you some of the things that Kathy sent me that were in that box. And one of them was this here. And what this is, somebody has hand crocheted this. There is a cross bookmark. Now, I do crocheting, so I know that, you can tell handwork from what's not handwork. And I'm going to, press it and starch it because there's a special person in my life that I know she would really like this. That's Victoria's mom. And then another one, look at this. Small hand crocheted doilies put on a chain. How adorable is that? And you could wear this anything with jeans or with, a dressy, a little summer dress or whatever. Beautiful things. And if you didn't want it as a chain, you could take it apart, have two dangles, and the little doilies for your junk journals. So, but I do know the bookmark I want to send to Victoria's mom. We're sort of like probably about as close to a real sister as I'll have. And Victoria's mom is such a wonderful person. So that's one. Then there was some lace. Look at that. That is pretty. And if you didn't want it together, you could take this off because the bottom is gathered separate from the top. And you could have it as two laces. I just think that's gorgeous. And there's just enough to go on, you could go down the side of your journal on one of the pages. It could go on tags. There's enough there to play with. And then she also sent me this one here, which I think is just as pretty as can be. Then there were some that were on cards. There's this one, I think. Yeah, that's the back. Let me turn that over. And that's what the front looks like. And then this one here has a bit of larger lace on it. There's not a whole lot here, but there's enough to play with. And it's already got that antique look to it. And then there was a piece of the other that's tucked underneath. Little bits and bobs that she has found. And when I talked to her today, she says, I'm sending you a box. Now, one thing else that was in this box that I'm not going to show you, she sent me some brownies and cookies. Now, you would think from Dane, Wisconsin to Wilmington, North Carolina, those cookies were going to be crumbs. Nope, they were perfect condition. Now, one of the envelopes, she had someone that gave her what she thought was only going to be an envelope with a few stamps, and she had some because I also have another friend His name is Bert. He lives in the Netherlands. And him and his wife, Nellie, moved out of the Netherlands and moved into a country house. And then the war over there started. Not the Netherlands, but y'all know the one I'm talking about. And their house got destroyed. They escaped with just the clothes on their back. But he had been an avid stamp collector for years. He had volumes and volumes. Lost it all. Everything went up, the house and everything burnt down. So as I get stamps, which I've shared with y'all, the originals I take a picture of, and that's why, I've shown them on sheets, and I send the originals to Bert. So the ones that I've shown you are ones that I've already sent him. But she said, I've got, a couple envelopes. There's not many. And then the lady that she was getting the others from brought them to her. They were 3 big envelopes of stamps, canceled stamps. This was one of the envelopes, and it sort of got tore up. But what I wanted to show you was what was taken off of here was the postage. Now this was from 1978 or 1970. No, 78. So what you can do with something like this, and I think that's interesting, I can soak this in water and it will come apart. So I do want to take that off because I do want to save that. That would be awesome on a collage. Set that aside. Then the ones that my friend Kathy sent, oh, and then she sent me this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that is just beautiful. I love that. Now these were the stamps that she sent me. The ones that she has collected. And there are a ton of them in here. And what I do is I go through, oh, look at that. There's another doily. I don't know if that was coming up. It's sort of out of a fuzzy yarn. Love that. But these are the regular, the stamps we're used to now that are peel and stick. So what I'll do is I'll go through here, and the doubles I separate out, and automatically one set goes to Bert. The ones that are not doubles, that I don't have, I'll make a copy of them on my printer and then send the rest to Bert. Oh, there's something else. Not sisters by blood, but sisters by heart. Isn't that wonderful? That's very special. Because that's me and my crafty sisters. There's Kathy, there's Sherry, there's Deanna, the ones that I talk to constantly, and Charlotte and Pam. Ooh, now this is an envelope that you usually get stamps in. It's a vellum envelope. That's a treasure. Oh, there's more of them. Look at this. I've got a nice little stack. I love these things. You can stamp on them. You can use markers and color them, but you got to give them time to dry. But I love those. That's always a big bonus. So I've got all these stamps to go through. These are just the ones Kathy sent. So there are those. I'm going to put hers back in the envelope. So I got this. Then I've got this huge envelope. Yes, there's writing on the front, but she does it in pencils. That can be erased. But I've got a wonderful envelope to work with. And those wonderful things. Then there was this one. And inside it are more stamps. And these are old. Some of these are really old. A 12-cent stamp, a 2-cent stamp. Now these older ones like this, you can soak them in warm water and it softens the glue and it does not hurt the stamp. I mean, look at these. So, an 18-cent stamp. I don't think I have that one. But like I said, I'll go through them, and the doubles and stuff that I have, or what's not doubles. And see, I know I don't have these. So what I'll do is I'll make a copy of them and then send the originals to Bert. So there's all of these here. Put these back in this one. Not because I'm trying to keep them separate, but just because I'm trying to keep them corralled. Put those in there. But wait, there's more. Then there is this one. That is also full of stamps. Tons and tons. I mean, there's an 8-cent stamp. Will Rogers. I mean, these are, and to think I get to go through every one of them, figure out what's not, what's a double, what's not, what I'm, ooh, that looks like a mint set. Which means some that have not been processed yet. Or not been, mailed or anything. And I think they're stuck to the package. No. So the only thing to do with this, I will undo the, because I can't see what they look like from the other side very well. So we'll do it this way. We'll undo that. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? And see, now I can come in and very carefully take that off. I don't want to do it because I think I'm going to put these back in here to send them to Bert. But aren't those gorgeous? Beautiful stamps. I'll set those aside there. And see, and you never know what you're going to find when you go through something like this. But the ones that can be soaked off, I'll soak off the ones that I'm going to make a picture. Oh no, the bottom came out. Okay. Y'all have seen it here. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on camera. And it's going to happen to me. So we'll find out where I can set these. Right there. And yes, there's more. Yet another bag. I'm not going to pull these all the way out. But you can tell what all is in here. And on something like this, you open it up. And there are even more stamps inside. So yeah, I've got a lot to go through. And the ones I don't have, I'll go ahead and I'll make copies of, run them through my printer. Now, that's what was sent to me. Oh no, wait a minute, there was something else. She sent me these to reuse. There was a thank you card that was sent to her, and it's got the writing in it, but still, that I think is beautiful. I will find some way to use it. Then there was, see, what was this? This was cut off of a box, but that would be a wonderful tag. Then she sent me postcards. Old postcards. Which I think are gorgeous. I think I got them all upside down. Love that one. See, they're all postcards. Now, if by some chance you get, or you find a postcard that you want to use, and let's say you don't like, what's on the front, All right, let's say the monkeys. What you can do is you can come in here and cover the picture and do your collaging also on different parts of the back, or even collage the back too. I mean, these are, what I would do here was I would take one of the copies of my older stamps and just glue it on there and use that as a tuck. Use it as a little journaling space. So these are part of the things that she sent me. So I gave her a special thanks. Now, in cleaning out things, we come across odds and ends. You've done it. I'm still doing it. And it's like, well, what do I do with this stuff? Sometimes we think, well, yeah, it's just junk. But is it? Some of the things I found were these cards. Now here's an envelope. Nothing written on it. I love the green in here. But that can be used. Put that in a different place. Then I came across a card that it was a note written to me. And what I'll do with this is I'll simply trim this part off, and on the back of that there's nothing. Well, if that doesn't erase, I'll just stamp over it. But I've got a journaling card. I'll save that one there for last. This one here on the inside back cover. I mean, I could use this as tags. I can even cut it in half and have 2 tags. This is glued in. So, but I do like this. And I was thinking about I do not have a 3-inch circle punch, but what I can do is come in and draw a 3 or 3.5-inch circle all the way around it, because I do have the oh, what are they? Stencils. I could not think of it. I've got a set of architectural stencils that has a circle big enough. So I can simply come in here, trace around it, and cut it out, and use that as a tag. Use that as tags. There's 3 tags right there. This one here was a card sent to me when my father passed away. And yes, I've held on to it. My father passed away in 2000. But look at this. I can cut that center part out and this little part here. And, I've got, and there's nothing on the back of that one, so that would work. This one here, I love this. But because it's 2 of them, both sides come out, and I can come in here. Let me see if I can do this without you seeing the. I can come in here and actually, where this comes apart, to here, I can come down here and fussy cut, and then come around here, and actually have 2 that I can glue this down on a page, so that when you open it up this way, this will come out. And I can do it on both sides. So those are my plans for these. Now, something else, I gotta find a different pile, or else I have all those in the stamps. Something else I found were, let me show you this first. I found an old, the Central U.S. Standard Oil Company map. So not only do I have those, but I mean, it's old. So I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with that. And there's going to be a lot of pieces to this. Let's see, I think that was, I did find some big rubber bands that are still good. So I may use those as closures on something, or I may not. Another thing I found was an old hymnal. Now I ended up, I've got two of these, the hymnals, but different titles. And yes, I took this one apart so that I could show you. I mean, look how old that looks. Isn't that gorgeous? And the inside, see where the staples were? That was for the cover. This was for the signatures. They were actually stapled in. And there were 5 signatures in there. So a lot to play with there. And a lot to share. Because there's no way I'm going to use all of this. So I've got some things that I can share. And then in here, I want to show you these because I'm not going to throw any of this away. This was just an old envelope that had deed papers to a house my family owned. But I can come in here, and now a lot of people would open it this way for 2 pockets. Something else you can do is after you glue this down, you can actually come in here and on one side cut it down this way and over, and then go straight across the other part. I'll show you in an upcoming video, but that would give you a flap for here. But then I found business cards from Lord knows where. Another little card. Is there a date? I do not see a date on that. I thought that was free. That would make a nice little tuck. Who remembers the old mounting corners? I mean, there's none in here. Are there? No. But just I mean, that is a treasure. Then I found another postcard. And this has pencil writing on it. But on the front, it looks just like a photo. I thought that was really neat. Then I found a payment book for something my parents had bought. And you see all these little holes? Each of these were stapled to the front by a separate staple. There's another one that goes inside, but this is what the insides look like. So I've got quite a few in here to play with. And you see, and front and back too. But some are like this one that have, you know, where more was paid. And then some are this way. So they're, you know, different types. So I have these to play with, but I'll make copies. And then use the copies first. But I thought that was interesting. Now, when I took this apart, it had this stack where all the payment things went to. And this one said July 1956, revised July of 68. But these little things where you tore off the receipt can still be used. Like, let's see. All right, let's say this is your page. You can use them as little tabs, you know, on the side of a page. You can use it as the tab for a tag. You can use it as part of a collage. Yeah, there's so many things that you can do with these. So I'm not throwing them away. I'm going to find out how much of these I can use. You know, it's like Pam says over at the Paper Outpost. Everything is a craft supply unless proven otherwise. So I'll put these in here. And then one final thing. I found this old clock. It does not run. I don't have the key for it. It's a wind-up spring. And I just think it's pretty. Sometimes we just need things to decorate our area. So I'm going to find a way to hang it up, because there's no way to hang it here, and put it up here in the Dragon's Den, and set the time, set my Jimmy Buffett time for 5 o'clock. Why? 5 o'clock somewhere. Now, other things that I came across that were separate from these, we'll go through another day, because I want, well, I'll show you what they are right quick. We all get packages in, right? We buy something at the store and it's fragile. They're going to wrap it. Save your paper. That's, yeah, it's free craft supplies. So, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this in another video coming up. Now, when we ordered from Amazon, believe me, I was never into online shopping. I always needed to go to a brick and mortar store, because I wanted to see and touch and, you know, and see, well, I wanted the tactileness of purchasing something, and I didn't want to have to wait till Lord knows when. So no, online shopping was definitely not for me. And then COVID came. And now, I'd rather shop online than go to a store. The only thing, unless it comes to clothing or shoes. But when you order, especially from Amazon, you know that paper they've got wadded up? This was some. And it goes on and on, and you can see there's quite a bit here. And this was just one package. I've thrown others away. I'm not keeping all of it. I had to assure my daughter-in-law that. But I've got all of this. So I'll show you what we can do with this too in an upcoming video. I've got them stacked as to what I want to do, and they're sitting over there. So, but I just wanted to come on and share with you the things that I found. Share with you my treasure trove of Happy Mail that I got today. That'll probably take me weeks to go through. But no, I've set a deadline. I want to have it done. I'm going to have it done and mailed to Bert by my birthday. So that gives me, it gives me a little over a month, because my birthday is the 31st of August, the very last day. And no, I'm not the type of person that celebrates her birthday all month long. I got one day. So anyway, I wanted to share these things with you and let you know there are things coming up. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's no longer an oncoming train, but it's actual daylight. As far as doing this whole super cleaning inside, we still have the office to do, and my son still has his area, which is behind me. Victoria's almost done with hers, and then other than their bedroom, I think that's pretty much it. And then we'll go around for the ceiling fans and the light fixtures, take everything down, take the blades down, wash everything, put it back up, curtains and all. But that's the final push. But now that I've got breathing room, I can come back and do more videos. Another thing, when you're cleaning stuff and you find little eyedroppers or little bottles with the dropping thing on them, save them. I don't have a lot of space. I cannot copy dye or tea dye papers and spread them out. This, you've seen my video. You've seen what I've got. I found this little dropper. It has distilled water in it and instant coffee. So may only do, about 8 or 9 sheets. We're going to be working with that too. We'll see how this does. But when I talk about a dropper top, I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but that's what I'm talking about. So, any little thing like this, it works. If you don't have space, we make do. So, if you like what I've shared with you today, hit that, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because there are videos coming up within just a few days, and we've got a lot we're going to be playing with. We've got a lot coming ahead, and now that the cleaning's almost done, we're going to be getting back to work in the Dragon's Den. So, see you soon. Bye, guys.